This episode of The Map is brought to you by the STJFL and its major partner, Cripps, the Master Baker, baking great bread since 1878. Now sit back and relax as we join our host, Andrew Hopwood.
Hello and welcome to The Map. The STJFL footy show is back, courtesy of our very dear friends, Cripps the Master Baker, baking bread since 1878. And as we look over our shoulder, we're here at the Kingborough Twin Sports Complex. It might be cold out there, but my heart's starting to warm because it's finals footy and you can feel the tension. We, over the next 4 weeks, are going to bring you all that action. So sit back, relax, and enjoy The Map.
On this week's show, we look back at the 2011 season, what was a bumper year for the STJFL. We look at the final series as week 1 is upon us, and we speak with AFL legend, goal-kicking machine, Matthew Lloyd. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. This is live at Duff TV Studios in Brisbane Street. And what a fantastic season it's been. We've been to all points of the compass. We've been as far south as Geeveston, we've been to Brighton in the north, and over to Dodgers Ferry in the east. And we've covered games from under 8s right through to under 16s. We've got so much footage, we just want to share some of it with you. So let's go back and have a look at some of the highlights now. That was Boucher trying to get that ball there, coming out wide to the running player in Lane.
Jeez.
Lane now was good in that first quarter, and can he come back and do it well in the second quarter as Willis couldn't take the mark, but he's good enough to recover. Here's a good chip in towards the centre half forward. Here's trouble Duff as Balcom picks it up, running freely, kicks it over the goal umpire, and he watches it go straight over the back of the bongs. That's some of the best goal umpiring you'll ever see, Duff, the way he watched it go straight over. And then the two fingers out.
By the Robins team, but they didn't go too far. Oh, what a mark! Sensational grab. Jesse Phillips, here's the replay on Hutch TV. What a burler!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday night football under lights here at the Bellreeve Oval. Look at that, Duff. He's taken another mark. We've been very impressed by this young man down in defence for the Bombers.
He's just saved a couple of promising moves there by the Roos, and then look, it's going to result in a big move here by the Bombers. And I'll tell you what, they could get a go here, Hoppy. Who we got?
Quick transfer of play. That's Lincoln Arnold. That's gone coast to coast, Duff, from the Bombers. It's just gone from one end to the other, the Bombers, with linking up with great teamwork. Well done, boys. They're not giving up. And a lovely goal to them, Duff, as we cross back to you for the update in the scoreboard, courtesy of Cripps the Master Baker. Have a look at the sportsmanship here. These boys have had an absolute great night out. So here they are, and this is what you want to see. Coaches locking hands, shaking. Great sportsmanship done by the boys, and they give everyone 5 5s, and they're just thrilled and happy to have played on the hollow turf that is the Bellreeve Oval. Okay, let's have a look at this one closer, as that ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Picking it up, hooking it over his shoulder is Pennicott. He must have had about a millimetre to squeeze that ball through. As we'll get the scoreboard correct in a minute, and so that's the first score of the day. And oh, that's a beautiful mark, a strong pack mark there by Sammy Price, Duff.
No, it's great to be down here, and many thanks to the Kingborough Footy Club for getting us down here this weekend.
Yes, fantastic work. Of course, we need to pump the tyres up of the umpires. It's very awkward, Duff. The game doesn't go unless we have umpires, and they're doing a great job running around, getting a bit of general fitness on a Sunday morning. Where else would you rather be at the football? The Beachside Oval for the big clash between Channel and Kingborough. And here go Channel again. Moving that ball forward, it's Dalco. Runs around one, has a bounce, gets the leg, oozle through. 6-pointer there, Duff. Now dropping back, lovely shepherd there by the blue, and he tries to find a target. It's a lovely kick there, Duff. Gets out to that running player and nicely marked there by Dickinson. Dickinson was smothered, and Ling mops that up, gets it back into that danger area.
And Berryman goes longer towards the forward line. Ball popped out. Defender pops back there. Morgan lost control of it. Quick hand pass over the top. Reglione puts through an easy one.
It's where we said the gold had a lot of the play, but the blue are doing a really fighting job as Sandrick backs himself, if you don't mind. He turns them inside out. He's gone for a third bounce. He still keep on going, Duff. Could go for 4, but he decides to go the bounce. So he was on the last line of defence there, Duff. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And there's one of the biggest comebacks of all time, the Lake Illawarra from the depths of the Derwent. Ball comes out to Macaulay. Macaulay takes a bounce, lost the handle on that one, unfortunately. It goes backwards. Now's an opportunity there for Darwad Nutner. And it's a great mark there, Duff. Gets a sider on it. If the wind's blowing from right to left, but have a look at that kick, Duff. It's as straight as an arrow, straight through the middle, and you couldn't wish for a better start there for the South.
Deep kick now to centre half forward and coming out taking a good mark was Matthew Joseph. Gets on with it pretty quickly, Joseph. Gee, it's a nice kick too, mate. Every bit of the distance. Well, the young fellas kicked that from inside 50 and Glenlorkie off to a flyer.
Welcome back to Anzac Park, and we look across the field there, Bristle, and we notice that goal umpire's just getting some confirmation on how to put the thumbs up. Apparently this is a live feed from the AFL headquarters.
Is that right?
And the Umpires Association. They weren't happy with his performance in the first half, and we saw over there he was practicing to put the two fingers up.
You're right.
So I'll be fascinated to see how his performance goes in the second half.
Here we go. That looks like Dylan Hay, number 2, drops it in forward, getting towards the forward 50 there. Oh, strong mark by Sweet.
He's a man against boys.
Just two blokes fell at his feet like a rug then. That was just unbelievable.
Managing to fly McQueen. McQueen puts on the half. The burners. He got past Croft. He took a bounce. He might take another bounce. Lee look for a third. No, he goes for go. McQueen. Mark taken in the goal square. Towards the half forward flank. Juggling at McQueen. Beat one person. Took a bounce. McQueen still going. Takes a second. McQueen still going and kicks the goal. A ripper.
Tasmania has many iconic things. Some man-made and really old, or not so old. Some are living things, some are famous people, and some icons are part of the landscape, or from it at least. A bit like our bread. It's been the toast of Tassie since 1878. Cripps Master, another Tasmanian icon.
As the sun sets on the season for junior footy, there is a new beginning for the boys in the youth division, as final footy is upon us. So let's get to the results of week 1. In the under-13s, the victors were Sandy Bay, Kingborough, North Hobart and Lauderdale. In under-14B, the first semi-final, New Norfolk defeated North Hobart in a great game. And in the second semi-final, Brighton, big victory over Sorell. In 14A, Clarence were far too strong for Glenorchy, and in the qualifier, Kingborough, victors over Clarence. So we now move up to Pontville for the under-15s, and we saw Glenorchy 6-9-45 defeat Claremont 3-4-22. And in the other game, Sandy Bay 11-11-77 to Kingborough 6-6-42. And I noticed that Big Watts kicked 4 goals. At the magnificent Twin Complex at Kingborough, the 2 elimination finals in the under-16 division saw Sorell 10-11-71 defeat a game Lauderdale 3-8-26. And in the last game of the round, North Hobart surprise victors 9-10-64, defeating Clarence 7-7-49. So that's the results. Let's go and have a look at some vision.
So ball will be kicked in here by the Eagles. Cleared out of the back there. Oh, not a great kick. Mark's been taken by Zach Burgess. Burgess looking around the 50. Doesn't want to go for goal. Squares it up and he finds Harback very nice in the middle of the ground there. So Craig Harback has the ball here.
Big opportunity here, Pappy.
Harback looking to kick it very well. It's gone through. That's a nice kick. So Harback has kicked the goal and off they go here, the Robins.
Can they get a goal on the board, Sorell, Pappy?
Here they go now in the hands of Kent. Kent clears the ball in. It's getting very close to goal. Trickling now. Dangerous looking there is Wilson. Wilson still on it. Crumbing. Nice collect from Wilson. Bangs it on the left boot. Goal. Good goal to the Eagles through Wilson. Mark taken out there by Covington. Covington goes further into the 50. No mark taken. Falls into the hands of Grant. Grant, no high tackle, bangs it on the left boot, wheels around. Oh, free kick's been paid there, right in front of goal. That was Bailey.
Oh, 50 penalty.
Oh, we've got a 50-metre penalty. I think some words were said to the umpire there.
Yes, Holmes Webb right onto that one.
Absolutely. Nice looking little goal. Casually walks in and puts that through. So that was Matty Bevan. Good goal to the Eagles. Ball's in the middle of the ground, in the hands of Covington, turns it over, and the Bombers are off here now. Off they go. Lauderdale go forward. Oh dear, I think that might be a push in the back now. It was, so that'll be a free kick to Braden Priest for the Bombers. He'll go back here for the long shot at goal. That looks good to me. Very nice. So off they go now, the Bombers. Good goal. Ball now in the hands of Clarence. Bailey picks it up well. Handballs it off to Westbury. Westbury, right side, check side, goes for goal. Bang! Good goal for Clarence. They're on the board early, and they're off and running here, Duff.
Yeah, favourites in this match should easily win this game, I'd say, Pappy.
Very much so. So good goal by Westbury. Ball spills out now from that pack. Running after that one is Claridge. Very nice work. Gets bumped. Wrestles through. Claridge. Nice kick. Nice mark taken by Ryan Edmondson for the Demons right in front of goal.
Well, they're doing enough here, aren't they, the Demons? This is a very, very surprise victory. This is going to be, Pappy.
Ball now spills into the goal square. Clarence really under the pump here. No clear possession as yet. They go for goal. Intercepted there by the Roos. Clear it out, but a mark is taken out there on the 50 by Justin Sullivan for the Demons. And it looks like he's ready to go back and slot this one through here.
Well, they're doing enough, Pappy.
Absolutely pressing now. Very nice goal from range there by Justin Sullivan. And I think this one can be called all game for us here, Duff.
A gutsy win there by North Hobart, who only scraped into the finals, but they're into week 2 of the final series. Now, boys, if you want to get fit and be serious about your football, there's one man who can help you. Guy Franklin at Genesis Gym.
Genesis Hobart, the fitness club for everybody.
Thanks, Hoppy, and what a great show it's been so far. Listen, we're going to talk about fitness. Football is one of those unique sports where you're having to peak for 20 weeks of the year. Most other sports you'll periodise. That means training up to a point where you have the one event. But with football, you've got to do it 20 weeks a year, and then you've got the finals to contend with. So the most important thing is keeping your body in good nick all through the year. And that's working over and above what you're doing on the training track. And strength training is one of those most important components that you must be working on to keep the body strong, but also to perform well when you're out there playing. So I've got a couple of the young guns here, and we're going to go through 2 or 3 really important exercises for strength training. Come with us. Now for football, what we need to do is we need to work powerful, explosive type actions, okay? Because that's what you can do on the football field. So you don't want to be overloaded with weight, but you need weight that you can be fairly explosive with. Now, also we need to work major muscle groups. So the big one is the squat, probably one of the most important ones because it's working all the major muscle, or the biggest muscle groups in your body, and that's through the glutes, the back of the legs, the front of the legs, the lower back. So it's an excellent exercise, and we're very lucky to have, well, Henry Hopwood here. Henry, the son of the great Andrew Hopwood. Thanks for coming in, mate. Thank you. Yeah, actually, Hoppy, you might know this guy. He's taller, he's better looking than the host of the show, but it's great to have him along. So Henry's going to come in and show us, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the squat as he does it. So jump in under there, Henry. So with this particular exercise, as I said, all the legs, that's where you get a lot of power. When you're on the footy field, you need to be able to explode in and out of situations. You've got to be able to jump high too if you're going to take big marks like this. This young gun here, of course, he's got a nice height. What are you playing, mate?
In the ruck and
yeah, I can see that coming a mile off. Okay, as you can see, the back's nice and straight, nice tight abs, and you're sitting back. So that's bringing in those big glute muscles. So with this, as I said, the way you train is how you play. So we'll try and get Henry to get a little bit explosive there, so pushing high, thrusting the hips forward, and of course, if he hasn't got a weight on his shoulder, he's going to jump a mile. So that's great. So strength through the lower back, the glutes, and through the legs. So an excellent exercise. Now, a lot of people that play footy, do a lot of sprint training, a lot of running, mistakenly think that you don't need to work your legs. But I tell you, this is going to be one of your friends because this is going to make you strong, enable you to jump, and you'll just have that power when you're moving. So squatting's a very important exercise, particularly during the pre-season, but you can touch it along during the season as well.
Tune in over the coming weeks as Guy takes us through the chin-up, the dip, and the bench press.
Genesis Hobart, the fitness club for everybody.
Tasmania has many iconic things, some man-made and really old or not so old. Some are living things, some are famous people, and some icons are part of the landscape. Or from it at least. A bit like our bread. It's been the toast of Tassie since 1878. Cripps Master, another Tasmanian icon.
All the memories just start flooding back. Unbelievable here at North Hobart Oval, where some of the greats have trodden this fantastic turf. I remember as a young bloke, I was probably about your age, all you boys watching this one, when I had colour in my hair, and the great Peter Hudson was playing against Vin Waite, and they belted the living suitcase out of him, and he still kicked 8, and he used to lead out from this square out to the half. Well, you wouldn't believe it, boys. Here I am on North Hobart, and talking of power forwards, the great Matthew Lloyd just happens to be on the turf. Matthew, how are you?
Poppy, good, thank you. Very well, thanks.
Fantastic. What brings you down to Hobart?
I'm here as part of my book tour with my book Straight Shooter, which I've launched last week. So great to meet all the Tassie folk, and it's been a great response.
Gee whiz, boys, if you look at this great man, 192 centimetres, 96 kilograms of sheer gladiator football. Gee, you're in good form. You could still go round, Matthew.
I've actually, dropped a couple of kilos. I reckon it's not doing the weights anymore, so I lost a bit of muscle, but at the same time, making sure I keep myself fit. Hoppy, doing a bit like yourself, doing a bit of TV work, so trying to keep myself in good nick.
Now, Matthew, I believe you're doing a bit of work with some juniors and doing a little bit of mentoring.
Yeah, my role is with the STJFL Academy, working with a lot of the best 17-year-olds in the country, and the last 2 years I've actually worked with Sam Daly and also Jimmy Webster too. Jimmy from Glenorchy, yes. So a couple of local boys, and they've been great, and they'll be on AFL list. Sam's already on the GWS list, so yeah, I've had a bit to do with some Tassie footballers.
Now, Matthew, if there's one bit of advice you could give any junior football out of there, who I'm sure they're all out there, they want to play for their favourite team, what is it that you would give them? What bit of advice to get them up to the AFL list?
Aside from listening to your coaches and not thinking you know it all, I think that you can always be working on something. So any spare time you've got, grab the footy, grab your sister, grab your mum, grab your dad, practice your left foot, your right foot, right hand, because these days if you can't dispose of the football well, you probably won't make it to AFL level.
There it is. So when Mum and Dad says put the footy away going up and down the hallway, forget about it. Lloydie said to keep it out. Well, it just so happens I looked over there and there's a young fella there in his Bombers outfit who's having a bit of practice. Why don't we have the old Bomber have a goal-kicking competition with the new Bomber? Are you up for it?
I'm up for it. Bit nervous, but I'm up for it.
Okay, let's go and see how we go. It's tied up 1 goal apiece, so we're going to the trick shot. Boys, give it your best. Well, boys, that was fantastic. What about those trick shots? That was amazing. So we've got the old veteran Bomber, the new Bomber. Well done, Dylan. 1 goal each apiece from the set shots. You've put the trick shots in. I say, let's shake hands and let's go forward in the future. Very well done, boys.
Thanks, Hoppy.
Well, you can't play football in the AFL for 15 years and not have a competitive bone in your body, Lloydie.
Yes,
you're not going to be outdone by the young bloke. I'll give you one chance to redeem yourself. We've got our sponsor's product there, Cripps the Master Baker, making bread since 1878. If you can snap this one, hit the bread up there, we'll declare you the winner. Are you up for it?
Definitely am.
Give it a best shot, son. Unbelievable. He might have been retired from footy a few years, but absolutely has lost nothing. Lloydie, the straight shooter. Read all about it in his fantastic book, and we really thank Lloydie for his time. He's a great friend of us here at the MAP. Well, in next week's show, we've got a cracker for you, and we're coming live from Glenorchy KG5 for the Beakley Awards. That is the best and fairest in the 13s, 14s, 15s and 16s. Well, that's it for week 1 of the map. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let's go out with 7 plays in 7 days.
Oh, that's a beautiful mark, a strong pack mark there by Sammy Price. Where else would you rather be at the football? The big side oval for the big clash between Channel and Kingborough. And here goes Channel again. Moving that ball forward, it's Dalco. Runs around one, has a bounce, gets the leg, oozle through. Okay, let's have a look at this one closer as that ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Picking it up, hooking it over his shoulder is Pennicott. He must have had about a millimetre to squeeze that ball through. That's where we said the gold had a lot of the play, but the blue are doing a really fighting job as Sandrick backs himself, if you don't mind. He turns them inside out. He's gone for a third bounce. He still keep on going, Duff. Could go for 4, but he decides to go to bounce. So he was on the last line of defence there, Duff.
By the Robins team, but he didn't go too far. Oh! What a mark! Sensational grab. Jesse Phillips, here's the replay on HTV. What a burler! Towards the half-forward flank. Juggling it, McQueen beat one person, took a bounce. McQueen still going, takes a second. McQueen still going and kicks the goal!